Hello class, this is Mr. Lucero and we're going to continue with our last video. This video is about grammar number 2. Let me see. Yes, grammar number 2 on page 99. But before starting, we have this reading number 2, the changing meaning of good health. Okay, I told you that if that is that's okay, read this activity and get ready for the class was wonderful. But if you don't read, let's see. Okay, here we have the audio and we're going to listen to, okay?
Unit 6, Track 59, Activity 2.
The changing meaning of good health.
Throughout human history, people have tried to understand human health in different ways. In ancient times, the supernatural was considered the most important factor in human health. All types of physical and mental problems were thought to be the result of gods or other beings. Later, the Greeks revolutionized the concept of health and medicine by focusing on balance in the body and the environment. Currently, according to the World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. In other words, it covers all areas of life, not just the physical, and is more than just not having any diseases. First written in 1948, this definition has been a useful description of health for over 70 years. And if it had not been adopted, we might still be focusing only on getting rid of diseases instead of all the other important aspects of well-being. However, critics of this definition are pushing for it to now be changed. First off, there are complaints that this definition is too general and may be a good definition of happiness rather than health. As a result, it would mean that most people are not healthy most of the time. Imagine, for example, someone who is completely physically and mentally fit. However, if that person has had some type of social problem, for example a breakup, could they be considered unhealthy? Furthermore, at different ages, there are different expectations. Should someone in their 80s with typical age-related issues be considered unhealthy? If the definition were more specific and fewer people were considered unhealthy, fewer people would have needed expensive, unnecessary drugs or medical procedures in recent years. Now, different doctors, researchers, and writers are working on new definitions, often building on the previous one, but adding more details to account for patients' different needs. The hope is that by doing so, we will soon have a definition that works for everyone, and that can be the goal of future healthcare systems.
Okay class, this was our reading activity, reading number 2, and here we have some questions, no? Read the text again and answer the question. So, in ancient medicine, what was the root of health? Letter B. What is positive about the World Health Organization definition? C. What are the main criticisms of the World Health Organization definition? D. What is the point of creating a new definition? E. What do you think should the definition or should be definition of health? Okay. Now let's see. Letter A. In ancient medicine, what was considered the root of medicine? According to the text, gods and other supernatural beings. That's the answer. Gods in plural, sorry, and other natural beings. B. What positive about the World Health Organization definition? It covers more than just the absence of disease. No, the absence of disease. C. What are the main criticisms of the World Health Organization definition? It is too general and does not consider individual difference like age. No, it's too general. D. What is the point of creating a new definition? to have a definition that works for everyone and that can be the goal of future health care system. E. What do you think should be definition of health? Well, that is going to be a personal answer. So prepare your answers because in class we're going to ask for. Now, eh, let's continue. We'll remember on page 99, and the idea is grammar number 2, mixed conditionals. Okay, mixed conditional. Look at the two conditional sentences from the article. Match the sentences to the descriptions. We have A, B, and then we have 1 and 2. Okay? If it had not been adopted, we might still be focusing only on getting rid of disease. B. If fewer people were considered unhealthy, fewer people would have needed expensive and necessary drugs or medical procedures in recent years. Now, we have the sentences. A general hypothetical situation with a result in the past. A hypothetical situation in the past with a result in the present. So what is the idea? Okay, for letter A, no, if it had not been adopted, we might still be focusing only on getting off a disease. Is number 2. A hypothetical situation in the past with a result in the present. And letter B, fewer people were considered unhealthy, fewer people would have needed expensive unnecessary drugs or medical procedures in recent years. A gender hypothetical situation with a result in the past. Okay, focus. This is going to be the idea. Okay, this is going to be the idea. Now, activity number 2. In activity number 2 says, complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. So, what do you have to do? To read the sentence, look at the verb, and that's it. For example, if Lila not go to medical school, she not be a successful doctor now. That is the present. That is the example letter A. Yes. Okay. If Lila hadn't gone to medical school, she wouldn't be a successful doctor now. Okay, today. B. I never try meditation if there not be so many apps available. That is like a general or hypothetical situation. Letter B. Okay. I never would have tried. Okay. I never would have tried meditation if there weren't, no, being negative, weren't so many apps available. Now remember, when we make questions, well, we change the pronoun with, or in this case, would. Would you have gone skiing with me if the mountain wasn't so far away? Yeah. Letter D, no, not be. It's a negative. Okay. Very busy every weekend if he, once again negative, take that job interview. Noah wouldn't be busy every weekend if he hadn't taken that new job. Pay attention, take notes, this is the moment. If Anwar knew while he was dressed this day, he went up argued to see the therapist. Well, class, this is okay. This is not easy. It's kind of complicated, but you need to practice. That's it. Number 6 is complete the sentences using the prompts. So in this case, we need to put the words in order so that you can create sentences like in number 2. And number 4 says complete the sentences for you. Personal answers, okay? This is going to be all the activity. Okay, this is going to be all the activity. Now, number 3, put the words in order, and here, complete the sentences for you. It's personal. If you need a grammar guide, you can go to page 102, okay, to explore more about this topic. And then we have a writing activity on page 100. So this page 100 is going to be replaced for the writing activity you've already done, and you're going to present in class. Okay, so there is no problem. This activity is already done. Just do it. Okay. Thank you very much. It's all for now. Remember, you're going to be an activity, a formulario, that is going to be a test based on what you learn on this unit. Thank you so much. See you in class.